most of these payments have come through the process or the arrangement.
On the 20th of April 2017, the Ombudsman Commission has issued a notice to cease all development funds held under the provinces and districts' treasury accounts. This was due to the national elections and that all members of parliament must return to contest the elections. The direction has prevented all members who are chairmen of the district development authorities and the Provincial Executive Council from accessing the funds. But during the election period, some funds were released to respective districts and provinces. This was done after proper vetting of claims by the Ombudsman Commission to ensure they comply with the laws. Some of the claims did not comply with the directions of the Ombudsman Commission. Hence, they were not entertained as requested by members concerned. According to the Ombudsman Richard Pagan, a balance of more than 608 million Kina was obtained from the banks for all development funds in all districts and provinces. From that amount, more than 431 million Kina has been withdrawn between 17 March and 19 April. Ombudsman Commission cleared 173 million Kina from that amount. Again, on the 20th of April to 28 July, Ombudsman Commission received a total of 212 million Kina of claims. Out of that, 186 million Kina was cleared. From the initial 600 million Kina, the Ombudsman Commission was able to save more than 300 million Kina and refused withdrawal and spending of about 25 million Kina. Ombudsman Pagan said, according to its assessment, massive spending amounting to millions of Kina has been identified between March and April. He said more than 175 million Kina have gone missing or were unaccounted. Pagan said they are not aware of where the money is or how it was spent. But he believes this was a gross abuse of funds without due process being followed.
Whether or not the members have followed due process, have done the due diligence and then spent that 175.5 million, we don't know, because direction didn't come, but them knowing the direction was coming, they spent that amount of money. While the direction was in place, because we are seeing that in the 1 month period, there is a total of 175.54 million being withdrawn, just in 30 days. So, is there any real tangible outcome or project on the ground?
The Commission believes had it not intervened to issue the directives, a lot of funds could have been depleted or squandered on ghost projects. OC is the last body that screens and assesses the claims before payments are done. This is a major concern for the Commission to date. While the Commission expresses appreciation to all those involved in this exercise, it raises concern on varying issues of compliance noted while clearing claims for the use of the funds. It is calling on the department and authorities responsible for releasing funds to ensure all claims are released through proper process and procedures.
Then it appears that they're spending money without following due process. And that's what we can conclude from this exercise. So the onus is now on the Department of Finance. The onus is now on the Department of Implementation and Rural Development to strongly advocate following proper procurement process.
Chief Ombudsman Michael Dick is of the view that the manner, form and magnitude of the payments made during the national elections unfortunately provides grounds for believing some of the money could have been used to fund elections or unlawfully applied for other purposes which may be in breach of the leadership code. Hence, it will not hesitate to commence investigations into these missing funds.
There are some payments. Most of these payments have come through the process or the arrangement that we have in place together with the Department of Finance and Office of Rural Development for our check-in and verifying all these payments. And this is the arrangement we have in place to allow these payments to progress. And if there is any, like I said, if there is any payments that people, for whatever reason, or if they intentionally want to deviate or avoid our direction and allow it to go through the banks or to any party, and if we, after all this, after we've lift the directions here, if we establish them, the Commission will not hesitate to prosecute.
The Chief Ombudsman said this while officially announcing the lifting of the direction issued on the 20th of April. This now effectively allows the commencement of the normal financial transactions of all the districts and provinces. The Ombudsman Commission considers it necessary to lift the direction with respect to elected members of the 9th Parliament who have retained their seats for the 10th Parliament. New MPs will have to get their houses in order before they access these funds. The initial direction to lift the ban will cease to take effect on the 6th of September 2017. Meantime, the Commission considers it necessary to issue directions for firm and decisive actions in future, as the public financial accounting system has over the years shown itself incapable of properly dealing with the release of public funds.